Hi, this is Shelly Shepard, and this is the video blog on ethical violations and board discipline. So maintaining competence in the counseling profession will be a lifelong career pursuit as long as we are professional counselors. Our textbook by Rimley and Herlihy mentioned in the chapter on competence that counselor impairment can lead to the use and abuse of alcohol and drugs and can also put clients at risk for sexual exploitation. That lined up with another article I looked at by Ahia and Bacone from 2017 that looked at national research on licensure board disciplinary actions. They found that the top ethical issues brought up in complaints against counselors were first, dual relationships, then incompetence, third, professional misrepresentation, and fourth, sexual relationships with clients. So when I looked at the state of Kentucky, I found really similar results. Over the last 3 years or so, there have been 13 disciplinary actions filed on record, which I thought was low. All of them involve some aspect of negligence. 77% involve some sort of inappropriate dual relationship with clients. Almost half involved a sexual relationship with a current or very recent client. One involved alcohol and drug use. One involved theft, and one involved a financial billing issue related to improper notes when filing a claim with a third-party payer. So my reaction in looking at the common reasons for discipline is surprise, but also compassion. Since counselors and clients discuss the most private, intimate details of their clients' lives, it could be easy for those lines to get blurred if a counselor is not well. So the themes could be just simply overstepping personal boundaries in relationships with clients and looking to get their own needs met from clients who are in a vulnerable state. So the case that I chose to look at was against Jennifer Brammer, a licensed professional counselor. She was working at an addiction recovery agency. She was reprimanded for spending a lot of time with a client and staying after hours with this person at the office when everybody else was gone. So the client left treatment around that time when she was reprimanded, and then the counselor was written up for ignoring that verbal warning. Other co-workers reported continued contact with the client, and her supervisor confronted her, and at that point she resigned. But she had also obtained new employment, and at that point did not deny having this relationship with the client. So the ACA codes that were violated were A1A, so respecting the dignity and promoting the welfare of this client, and along with A4A, avoiding harm. So the client left treatment as a result of this relationship, and we don't know what happened after that. So also A5A was violated, which is engaging in a romantic or sexual relationship with a client. Code A5C was violated because the counselor admitted to continuing the relationship with her former client. The state codes listed were KRS 335540-1E, which states that disciplinary action should be taken when someone breaks any other state code. And then 201 of the KAR 3640, section 12D, which states that counselors shall not engage in sexual interaction or an intimate relationship with current or former clients for 5 full years after termination of counseling. So the outcome of the case was as expected. The board revoked Ms. Brammer's license for 5 years, at which time she can reapply for a credential with the board. The ACA Code of Ethics talks about impairment in code C2G. So the Kentucky Code lists the exact same wording, and that's in 201 of the Kentucky Administrative Regulations, 3640, section 5.4. And so essentially in both of those codes, it says that counselors need to self-monitor for signs of impairment due to physical, mental, or emotional problems, and then stop providing counseling services if they're impaired. It also says that they need to seek help for their own problems and limit their work as needed. And then it also addresses how counselors need to help colleagues who think they may be impaired so that client harm can be avoided. And that was the case with Ms. Brammer. Her co-workers were involved in that process. A question that comes to mind is, how does a counselor whose license has been revoked regain licensure, and then how would that person be monitored to make sure they're competent on some sort of ongoing basis after that? Thanks for watching.